Hi there, welcome back to Resin by Drew. Today I'm going to make a tray in the same style as the coasters that I've recently done, with the different coloured flowers in each of the petals. This time I'm using a round tray, but I'm going to put some feet on the bottom, so I've spread the feet and the boxes out just so that I've got a rough idea where to put my alcohol inks, because I'm using 5 alcohol inks around the outside and 1 in the middle. So rather than be guessing and be spaced all over the place, I've just put myself some little markers out to try and get it in the right place. So I'm going to start off by pouring 50 grams of resin into a little cup, ready to make my white, and then I'll pour the rest of the resin into the mould. 50 is probably too much, but I'd rather have too much white than too little for this one. That should do. And then I'm going to pour the rest into the mould. It will have a backing layer on, so it doesn't need to be too deep at this stage. Just need to leave myself a bit of space to put the backing layer on and to add the feet at the back as well. Okay, so I've got the resin into there. I'll just get my cloth to wipe everything as I'm going, and so that I've got something ready to check the hole in my piping bag. It's a couple of days since I've done a video, so everything's all over the place at the moment. So it just take me a couple of minutes to get myself organised. Right, I've got my scissors ready, and I've got my little silicone tool ready as well. So I'm going to start off by making my white, and then once I've made my white, I'll put the alcohol inks into the mould. So for my white, I'm going to use, as usual, Resi-Tint Max titanium white, and I'm going to use 8 drops of Pinata Pearl alcohol ink. So as always, I'm going to stir the pigment and mix all the goodness in. As I have not done anything for a couple of days, so just need a good stir. And then I'm going to wipe my stick off, and that's literally all I'm putting into my pot. I'll give that a good stir. Surprising just how little of the white pigment you actually need. As long as you scrape it all off your stick, all the remaining off your stick that you've not already scraped off, I don't know, it just a little seems to go a long way. Okay, so I'm going to wipe off my stick so that I can check the colour once I've added the Pinata Pearl alcohol ink. Just give it a good shake first. I've actually added 10 drops of alcohol ink because I have got quite a lot of the white pigment here. I probably got too much, but like I say, I'd rather have too much than too little for this. I'm going to put it straight into the piping bag so that that's ready to use, and then we'll talk about the alcohol inks that I'm going to use. There we go, that's all set to go. So for the alcohol inks, I'm using, I think they're all Resi-Tint. Yep, they're all Resi-Tint ones. I'm using a Strawberry Daquari. I'm using Boysenberry, which is becoming one of my favourites. I'm using Santorini, which is a turquoisey colour. I'm using Terracotta and Vampire Red. And then in the middle, I'm going to use Eggnog. I thought that might be a nice colour to go in the middle. So I'm not going to do them in any particular order. As I say, I've put these little markers around so that I can try and gauge where I need to put the inks rather than just guess and have big gaps and be way off in different places. So I'm probably going to need quite a few drops, I think, because it is quite a big space. So that's 5 drops there. You can always come back and add more. That's the Vampire Red. To the Santorini. Just give it a shake. And the Terracotta. And the last one is the Strawberry Daquari. So I just need to give that a good shake because that is in a different type of bottle to the other ones. I think Resi-Tint have changed all their bottles for their alcohol inks now, and they all come with the droppers, which is absolutely brilliant. I think this is an older bottle that I've got here, which is one of the plastic ones and difficult to open. Why is it that I always struggle with bottles? And now I've pulled the top off as well. Pop that back into there. And then I can finally add my Strawberry Daquari. Might need a couple more drops of that because that's not as dark and vivid, and I don't think that's going to spread quite as much as the others. I think I'm also going to add a couple more drops of the Santorini because that's not quite as vivid as the other colours. And then in the middle I'm going to put the Eggnog, which is sort of a yellowy creamy colour. It's the first time I've used this, so I'm not sure exactly what it will be like, but it's a beautiful colour. Okay, let's just see how they're spreading. I'm just going to give them a little swirl. I'm not going to swirl them all into each other, I'm just going to swirl them all separately because I want the flowers to be sort of separate. I'm actually going to add a bit more to the red as well because that doesn't seem quite as vivid. It looks very similar to the Terracotta, and it is a really, really bright, vivid red, so I'm going to add a little bit more to that one. Now before I start doing my piping, I'm just going to move these now that I don't need them, because otherwise I'll end up either knocking them over or getting white resin on them. I'm going piping bag ready. I'm just going to cut a couple of millimetres off the tip of the piping bag and then check the size of the hole. Just check the size of that. That's absolutely fine. So I'm just going to pipe some petal shapes. Onto each of the petals. I think I'm just going to add a little bit more of the eggnog in the middle, just because it doesn't seem as bright as the other colours. It's just the way, just because of the way it's spreading. So I'm just going to add a couple more drops before I put the white pigment onto there. And while I'm waiting for that to spread, I'm just going to go around the outside edges once more of the different coloured flowers. Doesn't matter that I'm going towards the eggnog in the middle. There we go. And then in the middle for the eggnog, I'm just going to do some circles, spirals, sorry. And I think that is it. I might just give the middle a little bit of a what's it called? Bit of a stir. It's not a stir, but you know what I mean. You've seen what I've done. I can't remember the word for it now. It'll come to me in a minute. But I've just done that to the middle, and that's really all I'm going to do with it. I'm just going to leave it to cure up now, and then I'm going to put the backing layer on, which in all fairness I'm not sure what it will be yet. It could be black or it could be a different colour with glitter, but these are the feet that will go on the bottom. You can use them as handles. They are designed as handles, but I'm actually going to use them as feet. So they're the feet that will go on the bottom. And I'll set those into the background that I'm going to be using. But before I do that, I need to let this cure up. So I'm going to let this cure overnight, and I'll be back tomorrow to show you where I'm up to. I will show you the background layer. I know I don't always show me putting the background layer on, but because I'm putting the feet in, I will show the background layer tomorrow. So I'll be back tomorrow. Bye for now. Hi, welcome back. I'm going to add the backing layer to the tray that I'm making. I've mixed up 175 grams of black. I'm using black as the backing layer. I'm probably not going to have enough, but I needed to start with an amount and I wasn't sure where to start. So I'll pour this on, and then I'll probably have to make some more up. Oh sorry, before I start, I've measured out, I'm putting three feet on, so I've measured out, I've used my circle, and I've just measured 120 degrees, 240, 360 degrees, and made marks on my mould so I know where to put my feet. So I'll just pour the black in, but like I say, I think I'm going to have to make some more up. Well, I'm not sure, I might not be doing too badly. Might actually not be bad, that. Use my stick to spread it to the edges. That's actually quite a good estimate, or guesstimate. I think I've done quite well there. I expected that I'd need to make more once I'd made it. It just didn't seem like enough. But that was quite a good estimate. Right, I just need to wipe my hands before I touch these feet. Well, wipe my gloves, should I say. Don't want to get black all over the feet. And I'm just going to put the feet into the resin in the places that I've marked. Oh, actually, we're swimming a little bit. I'm going to leave it for a little while for the resin to set up a bit. So I'm going to leave it for an hour, let the resin set up a little bit, and then come back and put the feet in so that they're not swimming and moving around. But that's all I'm going to do. I won't record it. I'm literally just going to drop the feet into the places that I've marked, and then let the resin finish curing up. But as I say, I'm going to leave it for an hour first. So I'll be back tomorrow to unmould and show you the final results. So I'll see you then. Bye for now. Hi and welcome back. I'm just going to demould this tray that I made with the feet at the bottom. So I'll just turn it over. I'll peel. That is amazing. The only thing I'm bothered about is that on one bit there I can see one of the feet, but the other feet are all hidden by the flowers, which is a shame. But that doesn't matter, the fact that I can see one of the feet there. But that has bloomed absolutely beautifully. And they're the feet that you can see on the bottom there. I suppose what I could have done was put another very thin layer of black down first. And then put the feet on top of that, but the other feet are all hidden behind the flowers. But that has bloomed. I'm awestruck how that's bloomed. It's amazing. The turquoise has taken over a little bit, as has the brighter pinky colour, but that's just beautiful. I'm really pleased with that. I love it. And then the feet on the bottom, just give it that little bit of something different. So it'll make a nice little tray to put especially for a bedroom or a bathroom or something like that, just to put things onto. But that's that. So I will take some still shots and I'll add them onto the end of the video. I hope you like it as much as I do, and I will be back soon with another experiment. So I'll see you shortly. Bye for now.